bully ball. That's what the Celtics are playing against the Nets.
Yeah.
Just think about this. Andre Drummond and Claxton play around 23 minutes.
Yeah.
Which means Kevin Durant and Bruce Brown are playing minutes at the 4 and 5 for most of the game. So Al Horford and Grant Williams are being so very physical up front with Kevin Durant and whoever else is playing up front, and Daniel Tice as well. Here's a stat that Himbo gave me. When Kevin Durant takes 2 dribbles and shoots the basketball, he's only shooting 25%. They're doing a great job of keeping their hands in the cookie jar, making him be active defensively and making him work. So I give the Celtics defense a ton of credit. And here's one more thing I want to say. We talk about the Nets not playing D. You know the other thing they don't do? Pass the ball.
Yeah.
And Stephen A., you talked about OKC and not necessarily seeing eye to eye with a strong personality in Russell Westbrook. Well, Kyrie Irving, in a different way, is a strong personality. And if you're going to give me big numbers in game 1, you can't disappear in game 2. So let's not act like the crowd didn't have a factor for Kyrie's performance, because clearly it did.
Go ahead, Stephen A.
Well, first of all, a couple of things. I'm thrown off by that damn sweater. I just had to say it. I had to say it. I'm thrown off by that damn sweater. Okay? We'll talk about that later. I need to know what it is. JRLA. I need to know what it is. That's number one. Number two. Look, guys. The question was asked about KD, and here's the reality. Oh, don't you worry. I got all day to get up in Kyrie. Make no mistake about it. I'll get to that. But the point is that when you look at Kevin Durant, guys, are we as much credit as we should justifiably give to the Boston Celtics, Wilbon, J. Rose? We've seen something like that before. What we haven't seen is Kevin Durant shoot 0 for 10 in the second half. You know that in games after a loss in the playoffs since 2019, this brother has averaged 39 after a playoff loss? This is not something that we're accustomed to seeing from Kevin Durant. So, Wilbon, you're not wrong with what you're saying. I don't disagree with it. It's just a matter of what you prefer to focus on. And what I prefer to focus on is I recognize what Boston is going to give you. I understand how you can lose 2 games to the Boston Celtics considering how they play defense. There is no explanation as to Kevin Durant looking this bad. These 2 games, I challenge anybody to show me back-to-back games where Kevin Durant in his illustrious career has ever looked worse. Ever. It has not happened.
That's right.
He's never been this bad.
The numbers suggest that's absolutely accurate. So, Michael Wilbon, your thoughts here. There's the Kyrie element of it. There's the Nets element of it. There's the Celtics element of it. There's the Ben Simmons hovering over it right now. The drama has a lot of different directions. What do you think of it all, Michael?
It doesn't need to take any direction toward Ben Simmons. I mean, the Ben Simmons is just hype. It's just noise. I mean, even if Ben Simmons was able to contribute for 10 or 12 minutes, how significant would that contribution be? I mean, so that to me, set that on the side. Ben Simmons ain't going to change this series. The primary people in this series, and you've talked about it already, of course, are Durant and Kyrie. And they are being harassed by great defense. Will that change when this series moves to Brooklyn in Game 3? I expect it to. I expect them to be better. Listen, I know that on Get Up, this is primarily football talk all the time. This ain't pro football. It's not a one-game deal. It's a series. It's a basketball series. It goes back and forth by design. Teams make adjustments. They better by design. The series is not over. There's no need to sort of cast anybody as completely incompetent or heat choke. There's no need for declarations other than, so far, the Celtics have played great defense. Does that travel to Brooklyn this week?
Super quick, Stephen A.
How about this declaration? If Brooklyn doesn't win Saturday, when all of us are courtside for countdown, they're going to get swept.
Ooh.
How about that declaration?
True
Did we
story.
ever dream that we would say, I got them in 7? I got them in 7. You had Boston winning the 7. I'm just saying. No, I understand that. But with 48 minutes, the next 48 minutes of basketball in this series could tell us whether or not the Brooklyn Nets are going to get swept.
That would really be something. Super quickly,
Absolutely
Jalen Rose.
Right.
Give me the chess move.
On that we will agree.
What is the chess move? So the Nets have to make, there are adjustments. We think they're being coached by Steve Nash. What adjustment can they make?
Here's the beautiful thing about having superstars. You can put whatever on the board in the huddle. They bring it to life. they're going to need Kevin Durant to be dominant. I'm not even about to give you no Newt Rodney speech. I'm not even about to tell you what Bruce Brown should do, what Andre Drummond should do, what Seth Curry should do. This is about KD and Kyrie. KD had a chance to play with the Splash Brothers. He won 2 championships with them, got injured, and went to the Nets. He wanted his own squad. Kyrie, the same thing. Was playing with LeBron, was playing with the Celtics. He wanted to be with his own squad. They have it now. So much so that they booted James Harden, added Ben Simmons. And I'm with Wilbon. I'm rooting for Ben Simmons, but not this year, y'all. I'm not dismissing any of the reports that happen, but he's not going to be a factor in this series. This is about KD and Kyrie.
All right. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.